The year is 1888. The heart of London, a labyrinth of gaslight and shadow, becomes a hunting ground. A monster stalks the fog-choked alleyways of Whitechapel. His name, whispered in fear, is Jack the Ripper. He is a specter, a nightmare made flesh, preying on the most vulnerable women of the city. His reign of terror, though brief, leaves an indelible scar on the Victorian psyche. Jack the Ripper is not a legend, not a figment of imagination. He is brutally, terrifyingly real. His victims, 5 women trapped in the unforgiving underbelly of London, are not just names on a police report. They are daughters, mothers, sisters, their lives brutally cut short. Their stories deserve to be told, their memories honored. This is not just a tale of murder but of a city gripped by fear. It's a journey into the heart of Victorian London. We will delve into the lives of the victims, the tireless efforts of the police, and the chilling words of the killer himself. Through historical records and modern analysis, we will attempt to unravel the enigma that is Jack the Ripper. Prepare yourself, for we are about to descend into the darkest corners of human history. We will walk the streets where terror reigned and confront the possibility that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. But even in the face of such darkness, the human spirit's quest for justice, for understanding, continues to burn bright. The victims of Jack the Ripper were not nameless, faceless individuals. They were women with stories, with hopes and dreams now lost to history's shadows. Their names, Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly, are forever etched in the annals of crime. Each woman, though united in death by a monstrous hand, lived a life uniquely her own. Mary Ann Nichols, known as Polly to those close to her, was a woman struggling to escape the clutches of poverty. Life had dealt her a harsh hand, leaving her vulnerable on the unforgiving streets of Whitechapel. Annie Chapman, a woman of fragile health, sought solace in alcohol, a crutch against the harsh realities of her existence. Her life, though marred by hardship, was not without its share of kindness and compassion. Elizabeth Stride, a Swedish immigrant, fought to build a life for herself in a new land. She was known for her strong work ethic and unwavering determination. Catherine Eddowes, a woman who had known both love and loss, found herself caught in the downward spiral of poverty. Despite her struggles, she remained a fighter, clinging to the hope of a brighter future. Mary Jane Kelly, the youngest of the canonical 5, was known for her beauty and spirit. She dreamed of a better life, a life free from the dangers of the East End. These women, forever linked by tragedy, deserve to be remembered not just as victims, but as human beings. Their stories, though tragically cut short, serve as a poignant reminder of the human cost of this unsolved mystery. The investigation into the Jack the Ripper murders was a race against time, a desperate scramble to stop a killer before he could claim another victim. Scotland Yard, at the forefront of this chilling pursuit, faced a case unlike any they had encountered before. The Ripper, a phantom in the night, seemed to vanish into thin air after each gruesome act, leaving behind a trail of carnage and fear. Forensic science, still in its infancy, offered limited assistance. The dimly lit streets and fog-choked alleyways of Whitechapel provided ample cover for the killer, concealing his movements and hampering the collection of evidence. Despite these challenges, investigators meticulously documented each crime scene, searching for any scrap of information that could lead them to the perpetrator. Witnesses, often hesitant to come forward for fear of reprisal, provided fragmented accounts of the events leading up to the murders. Their testimonies, though often contradictory, offered glimpses into the final moments of the victims' lives and the shadowy figure who haunted their last breaths. The police, faced with mounting pressure to apprehend the killer, pursued every lead, no matter how insignificant it may have seemed. They interviewed hundreds of suspects, from local butchers to prominent figures, their suspicions fueled by public hysteria and the Ripper's taunting letters. Despite their tireless efforts, the investigation became mired in dead ends and false leads. The Ripper, a master manipulator, seemed to be always one step ahead, his true identity remaining shrouded in mystery. From the depths of the Whitechapel horrors emerged a chilling chorus letters, postcards, and messages, each claiming to be the handiwork of Jack the Ripper himself. These chilling communiques, often addressed directly to the police or splashed across the front pages of newspapers, became a macabre calling card, a chilling testament to the killer's audacious arrogance. The most infamous of these, the Dear Boss letter, arrived on September 27, 1888 at the offices of the Central News Agency. Penned in a bold, almost theatrical hand, it taunted the police, boasting of the writer's gruesome deeds and promising further atrocities to come. The letter, signed Jack the Ripper, sent shockwaves through London. Was this the genuine article, a chilling glimpse into the mind of a monster? Or was it a cruel hoax, a sick joke perpetrated by an individual seeking notoriety amidst the chaos? The From Hell letter, received by George Lusk, the chairman of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee, arrived alongside a gruesome package containing half a human kidney. This chilling missive, scrawled in a spidery script, claimed responsibility for the murder of Catherine Eddowes, whose kidney was believed to be in the accompanying package. The letter's authenticity, like that of its predecessors, remains a subject of intense debate. Were these chilling communiques the ramblings of a madman or the calculated taunts of a criminal mastermind? The Ripper's letters, shrouded in mystery and rife with contradictions, continue to fascinate and frustrate researchers to this day. They provide a tantalizing glimpse into the mind of a killer, but their true authorship remains one of the most enduring enigmas of the Jack the Ripper case. The passage of time has done little to dim the fascination with Jack the Ripper. Numerous suspects have been scrutinized, their lives and motives dissected in an attempt to unmask the killer. Theories abound, each seeking to shed light on one of history's most enduring mysteries. Montague John Druitt, a barrister who drowned himself in the Thames, has been considered a prime suspect. However, concrete evidence linking him to the crimes remains elusive. Aaron Kosminski, a Polish immigrant, fell under suspicion due to his erratic behavior. The case against him remains largely circumstantial. Walter Sickert, a painter, has also been implicated in the Ripper murders. However, no definitive evidence links Sickert to the crimes. These suspects have been subjected to intense scrutiny, yet the identity of Jack the Ripper remains shrouded in mystery. The Whitechapel murders sent shockwaves through Victorian London, exposing the stark inequalities and simmering social unrest that festered beneath the veneer of prosperity. The East End, a densely populated district plagued by poverty, crime, and disease, became synonymous with fear and depravity. As the Ripper's reign of terror continued unchecked, panic gripped the city. Newspapers, eager to capitalize on the public's morbid fascination, published sensationalized accounts of the murders, often embellishing details and fueling the flames of hysteria. The Ripper became a monstrous celebrity, his every alleged move dissected and debated in drawing rooms and public houses alike. Women, particularly those living and working in the East End, lived in a state of perpetual fear, their every step shadowed by the specter of the unknown killer. The police, facing mounting pressure to apprehend the perpetrator, increased their presence in Whitechapel. Uniformed officers patrolled the streets while plainclothes detectives mingled with the crowds, searching for any sign of the elusive killer. Vigilante groups, formed by concerned citizens, patrolled the streets at night, determined to bring the Ripper to justice. The Whitechapel murders, far from being isolated incidents, exposed the deep social divisions that plagued Victorian society. They highlighted the plight of the poor, the vulnerable, and the forgotten, forced to navigate the city's underbelly without the protection afforded to their more affluent counterparts. The Ripper's reign of terror may have been brief, but its impact on London and indeed the world would be felt for generations to come. The Jack the Ripper case, though officially unsolved, continues to captivate the public imagination over a century later. It stands as a chilling testament to the darkness that can lurk in the human heart, a stark reminder that some mysteries may never be fully unraveled. The Ripper's reign of terror, though brief, left an indelible mark on London, transforming the city into a haunting backdrop for countless works of fiction, theater, and film. From the fog-shrouded alleyways of The Lodger to the psychological thriller From Hell, the Ripper's story has been told and retold, each interpretation offering a unique perspective on the case and its enduring legacy. The Ripper's image, often depicted as a shadowy figure in a top hat and cloak, has become a cultural icon, synonymous with mystery, violence, and the dark underbelly of Victorian society. The case continues to fascinate historians, criminologists, and armchair detectives alike. Countless books, articles, and documentaries have been dedicated to unraveling the mystery, each offering new theories, reinterpreting old evidence, and seeking to shed light on the killer's identity and motives. The Jack the Ripper industry, fueled by the public's insatiable appetite for the case, shows no signs of abating. The enduring fascination with Jack the Ripper speaks to our primal fear of the unknown, the darkness that lurks at the edges of civilization. The case serves as a reminder that evil can take many forms, and that some wounds, no matter how deep, may never fully heal. The Ripper's story, though steeped in tragedy, continues to serve as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery.